think that this year I'm just going to get a plug tray and just do a few of each plant. I certainly don't need, my garden is too small to have too many of these plug trays, but maybe one or two of them. I did find some calendula seeds, which is something else I wanted to purchase this year and put in my garden, and whether I'll just do that in a clump somewhere or just spread it out, I don't know, but I'll start the seedlings soon. Unfortunately, well, good morning everyone. This is Tony from Her Homestead Skills. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing fine here. Just a little bit, we're just in the crosshairs of that time where it's too early for me to garden and it's still miserable out there. So I can't focus on gardening just yet. Maybe in another week or two I can start planting some seeds. I did go to Home Depot. Yes, Home Depot. We have Home Hardware here as well. So I did go to Home Depot yesterday looking to see if their garden center had opened up yet, or if Walmart's has, but nothing yet. So it's still early. Mind you, Home Depot did have seeds inside, not in the garden center, but just inside the door. They had quite a selection of seeds, so I guess they're starting to think about it. And just a few gardening items, but when they open up their garden center, then we'll see quite a few more products available. And I do need some starting soil for the seeds. And I think that this year I'm just going to get a plug tray and just do a few of each plant. I certainly don't need, my garden is too small to have too many of these plug trays, but maybe one or two of them. I did find some calendula seeds, which is something else I wanted to purchase this year and put in my garden, and whether I'll just do that in a clump somewhere or just spread it out, I don't know, but I'll start the seedlings soon. Unfortunately, there's many things that are wrong in the world today that are preoccupying a lot of our thoughts these days. What with the probably the collapse of both Russia and Ukraine going to happen very soon. I doubt that one is going to go without taking the other one with them, and apparently North America as well. We are certainly not immune from what is going on there, and we are affected by it. It just reminds me of a poem from John Donne, that no man is an island. Yeah, so what that tells me is that none of us can survive alone. We all are just a part of the whole. So you can't affect one part without affecting the whole. If you hurt your finger, your whole body feels the pain. It's not just your finger, it's your mind, it's everything. And in the same way, the world is like that as well. And right now we are experiencing a lot of the fallout from what is going on between Russia and Ukraine, and it will affect us. There's no denying that. We will. And it will continue to affect us until it's over, and then beyond that as well. So what we've been preparing for the last year and more has come. And now it's time to face it head on. Not run from it, not be afraid of it, but to face it and deal with it. And I hope many of you have put away, I'm sure you have, many of you have put away a lot of food and a lot of supplies, and you'll be able to ride this out and perhaps even help those who were unable to see ahead. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. That really is up to each individual one. On another note, I have been interested in hearing what's happening with the People's Convoy, and I know that other news seems to have overridden that and just made it non-newsworthy apparently, but it's very newsworthy. And for the folks in the US in the convoy, well, Canada didn't really get going until they got to Ottawa, either. So apparently the U.S. convoy has reached Washington, and when they settle in, and that's when it'll have an effect, and probably not before. And as with the COVID mandates, they're all collapsing around us anyway. Not completely, but so what now? It's my belief that the borders between Canada and the U.S. will not fully open until, and I mean completely open to everyone, until the U.S. drops any emergency mandates that they've put in place to close the border between Canada and the U.S. The Canada has it as well, but they won't drop it until the U.S. does. There's no doubt in my mind that it'll happen a day, a week after the U.S. drops it. So I'm hoping that the U.S. truckers will have an effect on the border crossings. That would be nice. Okay, so the price of gas is what's killing us. And it isn't even the fact that North America cannot be energy independent. We can, we have been, we are, we have. Between Canada and the U.S., we have more than enough reserves to look after ourselves. There's absolutely no reason to be looking to Russia, Venezuela, Cuba, or anyone else. Between our two countries, we can look after ourselves, and we can be quite independent of any other country, and therefore not affected by the fluctuations that occur over there. Story. Why we are not is another story. Situation in Ukraine is a powder keg, and it's only a spark that could set off worse things than rising gas and food prices. And yes, there is reason to be concerned about that. There's also reason to be concerned about sitting back and watching a country get decimated. Well, in the canning and baking arena, I have baked some more bread and trying to use up all my flour that I had stored away. I did buy another fresh bag, and when I use all the older one, I will perhaps even buy a second bag. It was on sale this week. I didn't buy it, but I may be doing that the next time around it goes on sale. As far as canning, I've checked my stock and obviously need chicken stock, so I will be making some of that probably tomorrow. And my applesauce, I think we've used up the last jar of applesauce. I don't think I made any this year. I think we were using up what I had from the previous year. So I'll have to look into that and also double check and see if there's anything else that I need to stock up on. And for applesauce, even buying apples this time of year that have been stored over winter are probably fine for applesauce. Certainly having fresh off the tree apples is always yummy and the best thing you can do, but for applesauce it's not really all that critical. I've also heard that these truckers that supply everything across the countries, that the cost to fill up their trucks has probably gone to about $1,400 just to fill up. And that's got to affect us, and I'm certainly hoping that the People's Convoy will touch on that fact as well, that it's not just a COVID mandate removal, but that it will expand to have the country rethink some of the decisions they've made about using the gas and oil that is within North America. Okay, so what have I been focusing on lately? Well, I've gone to the thrift shops a couple of times, but haven't really found anything that interests me. And Mark did go fishing on Sunday. We had a lovely, amazing weather for here, for this time of year. So he took advantage of it and went fishing, and I bought myself a new book and I've been reading, which is something I always enjoy doing as well. So anyway, I hope everyone's healthy, happy, and not too worried about what's going on. I don't think we should worry and have fear. I think we should keep an eye on things, but definitely not let it consume us. And hopefully we can ride this out without too much harm. Okay, this is Tony from Her Homestead Skills. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.